It's been 35 years since the Lake Nyos disaster. I know a lot of people still have unanswered questions. Nonetheless, many years have gone by. A lot of people have moved on. So in commemoration of the 35th anniversary of the Lake Nyos disaster, the Home Association of North America decided to put forth a documentary of the then and the now of Lake Nyos. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a blessed
Lake Nyos, Cameroon, West Africa. A beautiful lake that is a source of fresh water and fish for the people that live on its shores. The lake fills a crater formed by a volcanic eruption around 400 years ago. But this volcano's days of wreaking havoc were far from over. On the evening of August the 21st, 1986, a terrible tragedy struck.
Hundreds of people have died in a natural disaster in the West African state of Cameroon.
At least 1,200 people dead.
I went down to Nyos. There was no people. Everybody was dead.
Entire villages and the livestock had been wiped out. The people had fallen dead while cooking or sleeping, leaving just a few survivors. There was no sign of a struggle. The deaths were a mystery.
Just sitting among the dead people. Inside the house, some of them were outside, some of them behind the houses. Animals everywhere, lying, fowls, dogs, cows, everything. So I was confused by then. All the family, we were 56, but 53 died.
I went outside and saw all my cows lying on the ground. I went back inside and saw my wife and daughter had fallen and were lying near a drum of water.
Eyewitness reports suggested that the people and their animals around the lake had been suffocated by gas.
The thing was white like cloth. It didn't go up in the air. It mostly went down near the ground.
But if it was a gas, what was it? And where could it have come from? After studying the lake, scientists discovered large amounts of carbon dioxide dissolved in the water. It had made its way up from deep within the earth through the fissures and cracks underneath the old volcano. Where once lava was ejected, now there was just gas. Over the years, huge quantities of carbon dioxide had collected deep in the bottom of the lake. Until August 1986. From studying film taken straight after the disaster, scientists saw there had been a huge landslide. The landslide unleashed hundreds of tons of rocks into the lake. They rolled down into the water where the carbon dioxide was dissolved. The disturbed gas then bubbled up. Water droplets formed on its surface, turning it white. Once the crater was full, a dense cloud of carbon dioxide, heavier than the surrounding air, poured over the lip of the crater and raced down towards the village. was 9 o'clock in the evening. The inhabitants of Nyos had gone to bed for the last time. The gas crept over those sleeping in their beds. In this concentration, the odourless cloud was deadly. It suffocated the people while they slept. There would be no time to scream or cry out. In Nyos, all but 6 died. The cloud of gas then travelled on to neighbouring villages. For 1,800, death was now inevitable. The mystery of Lake Nyos had been solved. And now, a simple pipe can safely release the gas from the bottom. The lake has vented gas again, but now the Cameroonian scientists are in control. But Nyos' invisible weapon is not its only secret. Understanding this lake is key to understanding how, without volcanoes, our Earth would be a very different place.
Lake Nyos looks as stunning as ever. It's hard to imagine that this breathtaking landscape could cause so many deaths. Yet it did, 30 years ago. The crater lake is in the volcanic highlands of northwestern Cameroon, where toxic gas builds up deep underground. Carbon dioxide, which had been trapped for centuries, erupted from the lake in 1986, sending a poisonous cloud down valleys and into villages. At least 1,700 people and twice as many animals suffocated. Prudentia Kang survived. 4 of her children died.
It was at night. I was asleep with my children. I heard an explosion but didn't make much of it. When I woke up the next morning, I discovered some of my children were dead. Those who were still alive would cough out some powdery substance. I was also affected.
Scientists are trying to prevent a repeat of the disaster. 3 tubes have been drilled deep underwater to pump out the gas and ease pressure in the lake.
Some still feel that the lake is not safe. But people who have been coming here and who have participated in most of our programs are sure that it is safe. When the first degassing pipe was put inside in 2001, the fountain was 50 meters high because of the pressure of carbon dioxide below. But now when you see it that low, it means that all the carbon dioxide is off.
4,500 survivors were moved away from lakeside villages 30 years ago. Now their families have grown to about 20,000 people. Before the tragedy, this was a thriving village with many homes and a large market. More than 1,000 people lived here, and almost all of them died and are buried in mass graves.
Do you really want to come back to Subum?
The government says it's safe enough to resettle the survivors. Here they answer questionnaires on whether or not they want to return. The answer is a unanimous yes. Many are already back, but not all are happy.
Many people have been coming here promising us that they will come and do this, they will come and go, they will come and go. Then they will tell us we are coming to build, to construct houses. In a month's time you will see us, we will come, they will come and go. They will collect information from us and then disappear.
It's still early days for the villagers here. They haven't officially been told when they can go home or if the government will build decent homes, schools and health centers. But at least now they can dare to hope. Catherine Soy, Al Jazeera, Northwest Cameroon.
We come out from Bamlusaf, Jinijwa, Kichawi, Subum, Book. We come up for Konene, for Kimbi, Nguna Kimbi. We come up for Fonfuka. We come up for Balamwa, Africa Chimney, for Sawi, for Safo, for Lakabum. We come up for Mungongo, for Kona Masaje, for Inside Boyo, a Boomland, picking for Lake Nyos. Picking for Lake Nyos. So I'm picking for Lake Nyos.